Oh, shit.
Save it, dude.
Damn it. Okay.
Did you see that video of Tom Sakura, bro?
No, what did he do? Damn it. I don't watch anything Tom Segura, so.
I just found it out through Joe Rogan podcast.
Or the bear. The whole bear, 2 bears in a house type of thing. I mean, he did that dance video. That's pretty dope. What the fuck?
Shit.
Oh my god. Holy oh, what the fuck did happen to his leg? Was that his?
Look.
Oh, was it?
You didn't see what happened in the video to his arm?
I wasn't looking at his arm.
Watch his left arm. Watch his left arm.
Oh, okay.
Broke that bitch.
I'm so worried about his fucking...
He fell so hard. He'd have been okay if he didn't fall on his arm. It just broke because he's so unathletic.
Well, what happened? Did anything happen to his knee right there? Because I thought I was hearing like an ACL snap.
It did look like his leg blew back some too.
I thought his knee was fucking like blowing out right there in real time. Tell him, Roy. Yeah, no, that shit was... Hold on. Okay, no, brother. We're good on Facebook. Okay, cool. Nothing. I thought that sound that you were hearing was like his ACL. Like they say when you tear it,
like a
it like snaps back down, like wherever like it's like last connected, and it makes that noise.
That's how your bicep is too.
Yeah, I remember when Nebby did his bicep, bro. I remember his shit was like sunk down and shit, bro. It was so nasty.
You seen him pop it?
I didn't see him pop it, no. But I saw the aftermath. It was all swollen and like fucking like you know, bruised up.
That?
Just he said he was working out. They tried to do a bench press, like you know how he was going when he was working out. So he tried just try and do too much. So he was just bicep curling hella,
and
just fucking blew, and then it sunk down because it ripped from the top part, so it sunk down.
You gotta get surgery to fix that.
Yeah,
he never did he?
I don't think so, man. So I think his bicep might just be like, you know, like fuck. Like I don't think he ever, you know, because I think that's something that's to get reattached, and then you'll be good again. But like, I remember looking at it, bro, and it's just like it's like down there like a lump, bro.
It's pretty crazy to think about. He never got it attached.
Yeah, because I mean, I imagine like you gotta get that stitched up, or I'm not even how you reattach a ligament. You know, how do you reattach a ligament? Like, is that like a
they staple it together?
They staple it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. That's how they used to do ACLs. They've came a long way.
I mean, I'm not sure how else you would do it other than like if you had. I mean, I guess this like dissolving stitches might work well too. You know. If you had some like stitch work, I don't know. Stitches seem like maybe. I mean, I don't understand medical fields though. The stitches seem like it'd be a better option for me.
Let's learn some ligament basics.
That always freaks me out. Is like how like white some of those ligaments are. Like besides the fat, they're relatively white.
You think it's the cells? There's probably the white cells in it.
Just like, you know, that's the cartilage, the muscle. You know, I mean, muscle fibers, whatever the case may be.
That's it. Let's hear some ligament basics here. The science explained.
You ever hear about that one disease where it causes?
Yes, I do that.
Where it causes your muscles to turn to bone?
No, but that's crazy.
Yeah, and eventually just become one stiff fucking mass.
What the hell? That's like them people that got like that glass skin and shit. I feel horrible for them people.
Talk about getting fucked because you're talking about like a 1 in like 1 million disease type of deal.
Yeah, I wonder if you would like to be like, hey, you know what? Abort me.
See, ACL right there.
And just restart this.
MCL on the outside and LCL on the inside. Okay.
Yeah, so when you tear that shit, your kneecap can move. That's what holds your kneecap in place.
I always thought that the ACL was on the outside, but it's on the interior.
It's what keeps your kneecap from going past your front shin.
Okay. God.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought ligaments were tendons too. I mean, I knew there was different names, but I didn't understand.
Yeah.
Still really don't.
I think ligaments are responsible for movement and well, I'm not. Yeah, that's a good question.
I told us in the beginning.
Difference between ligaments and tendons.
Let's see.
The musculoskeletal.
How do we make this?
Okay. Muscle to bone. Bone to bone.
Tendons
Okay.
are for bone to bone.
Okay.
Gotcha. That's like all them football players and defensive linemen. They lose all that cartilage right there, and that bone's just sitting on that bone.
Yeah, I remember I had a friend. She was born with really bad fucked up knees. She ended up needing dual like knee replacements at like 23, just because her knee, like the cartilage. Like I remember I saw the picture. She had pictures of them. It was just floating cartilage, and just not even anything there.
Sick.
So like it's just bone on bone friction.
And then a knee replacement's only good for what 10 to 15 years.
Exactly. But I mean, it was either just. I mean, I guess I'm not sure what the future holds for that. Hopefully, they come a little farther. And,
they have technology, the stem cells, bro. They're rebuilding cartilage.
But once you have a knee replacement,
no, without doing a knee replacement.
I'm saying once you already get one, what's the option
once you already get one, yeah, maybe they'll learn how to fix that one you got.
I mean, either you get another one. Can you get another one? I don't know.
Yeah, you can get another one if you can get another heart surgery. You can get another fucking
That's the thing. We talk about
any kind.
You can do a heart transplant, but you can't fix knee joints or some shit, I mean, maybe that has something to do with
they do fix
the limitations of stem cell research here, but well,
that's why they all go to Mexico now, because theirs just shoot you with 10 times what America.
Yeah, I remember there was Rey Mysterio. He went and did that shit. He went and got 2 shots and his knee was good to go. It's just what? Why don't we do this? Why are we not just shooting everybody with stem cells?
You ever see Diamond Dallas Page on Joe Rogan?
I haven't seen him on Joe Rogan, no.
He's like a yoga millionaire now of Diamond Dallas Page yoga.
Oh, bro. Yeah, I know that
and
guy.
Apparently he was couldn't even walk, and he helps people that can't even walk do yoga and shit and stretch out to the point where they're able to walk again.
There's this one cool ass video. I'm not sure if it's Diamond Dallas Page that did it or helped him, but there's one guy he has he's really short, he has the arm crutches, and then he starts doing yoga and stuff. Yep, and he starts running.
Yeah, that's his advertisement.
Is that okay? Yeah, I've seen that before. Yeah,
it's cool.
But, I mean, I'm just that actually fucking works.
Yeah, it's cool. It's just funny the whole time. He's just thanks, Dallas Diamond Page.
Yeah, I mean, tell him a name. It's a good brand.
The other day, I stopped in a bar to get a beer.
Oh, okay.
Right. Well, I was going. If I need to tell you a story, I actually went to Montana to pick up my pupusas, but their power went out, so I didn't even get no online orders. So when I got there, I'd already paid, and they had to make it for me. So I go around and get a Modelo, because I'm trying to be Spanish. So I go around there, and there's I ain't gonna put names on it, but I'm there with Kay, and we're there with another person, and this person's huge, 400 pounds. And he's sitting there, he's like, are you vegan like her? And I'm already yeah, I know you're not going to really get it. So I don't really ever feel the need to say, no, I'm pescatarian.
Yeah.
But sometimes I will. I'm like, I'm like, yeah. And he's like, I could never do that. He's like, I need my meat, classic. He's like, I need my meat. I could eat meat and potatoes every day. And I'm looking at this guy, and he walks with a limp. He can barely walk. He has to hold himself up on something. And he weighs 400 pounds, and he's sitting here telling me how he needs meat. No doubt, bro. No doubt, man. No one's doubting you, but look at you, man. Don't you think I might be able to teach you something?
Yeah.
If I could beat you at anything athletic that exists on planet Earth, you couldn't beat me in anything, bro. In the village?
That's
in the village,
man. Especially when you get to the point you're too big to do things. Bro, man.
In the village, bro.
Your weight is now a limitation.
You better be something crazy. You better be a doctor or something that
I mean, even then, it's
I'm just saying, you better be something that we still need you for. You know what I mean? Because you're eating the most, and I picture you're doing the least.
Yeah.
So you need to have this, and that's the only way I think you can be big.
And even then, it's just all of that. It's just man, why are you big? It's
if you're a doctor, you're big. You're a fat doctor.
But I mean, foods nowadays, man. I think. Of course, well, it's not just I think, of course, it's it's super fucking addictive, man. Just like with how they've done social media, they're able to make foods and they just hit those parts of your brain and press that good feeling button, and just like next thing you know, man, like got these 500 pounds. I remember I was watching his dude. He was recording. It was like one of those TLC videos, and I remember like she's just talking about how her eating habits and why she does it, and she's like 500 pounds. She's like, well, I can only work as a secretary because I can sit down all day. And I remember her husband's feeding her, and he's just putting like hella pasta on his plate. And he's just like, "That's enough!" Like it's like not the husband. Does the dude record? He's like, "That's enough!" Like, what the fuck? Like ate breadstick. He's like, "Oh, I hate people like this. I hope they choke on that fucking breadstick." Like he's just like not to that extent, but it's just like, man, like, what she was like, what they always say about why they're eating so much is like.
When those people go to the grocery store and they grab one of them handicap carts,
that
really pisses me off. Yeah. I'm like, bro, you need the walk. Like you need the walk. You didn't even try and tell somebody to grab you one.
Exactly.
You didn't even walk. You walked to the cart of this.
I remember there was a lot of like, you remember the show Made on MTV?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember there was a lot of those where like there was a lot of big guys and they were just like, I want to be a dancer, I want to be this, that, and you see them getting like worked out and pushed to like.
And they do it one time in like 30 days, and they say they made them.
It's always just like, I can't. I can't. No,
you can.
I can't. I need a chicken dinner. It's like something like that. It's just like. It's like,
I ate a piece of my potatoes.
It's like, it's like, oh, I cheated, man. It's like I cheated on my diet. It's like I needed those fucking cheesy. I needed the tots.
But we all know what addiction does feel like.
Exactly, right? And that's what I was trying to, kind of come up with, like the sugar and the salt, man. It's super addictive.
We're all
soda, addictive as fuck. The caffeine, all that, man.
Knock nobody who has gotten fat. All I'm saying is, I think you should, establish and be self-honest with yourself that you have gotten fat. I mean, don't be afraid of the word.
Like I said,
and when it does get to that point, you should still do what makes you happy.
Yeah, especially when it comes to like, there's like limitations, because of your weight. Like
you
can't do certain things. It's like
if you ain't got kids, it's like whatever. But you got kids, kind of selfish, right? So
you
don't want to live longer for your kid.
It's like. I mean, of course, there's like naturally bigger people. We're talking like obese, like you can't like get like, okay, you wanted to go skiing or something. It's like, whoa, well, I couldn't get on a ski lift because the weight limit on them bitches, I'm too big for that shit. It's or like, I can't go play basketball because I'm just too big. Just like you can't go do things because you're too big.
Yep. But we all have our crutch, right?
Yeah.
We all have our crutch, bro. So it's like, that person couldn't come up there, and I was doing that, but. That motherfucker's got a full set of clean teeth, and I'm scared to smile in a picture. We're in 3rd grade, That's like, we all got our crutch, you know?
100%.
We all got our crutch. So at the same time, I understand what it means to really like have that craving. I do understand that.
Oh, yeah.
But I do think also at this time, it's like, you kind of are allowed to do that in this society. It's almost encouraged, like there's nothing really discouraging about it to the point that you're at it where then they go, you're fat.
Yeah.
But like the whole way there, they just let you keep eating, keep getting milkshakes and whatever. And it's no big deal. That's if you were in, once again, here goes, the village guys, if you were in a village though, like you wouldn't do that to yourself because somebody might kill you, or you're not going to be able to chase the animals or whatever it is, But how many times we talked about it before? All these health experts come on Joe Rogan. He's like, what do you eat? Like Doritos, and it's like, none of them are even living like what they're saying. They're still addicted to it too. So it's a crutch that got us all. The only way I can see not doing it is just to eliminate it. That's what I'm saying. Like you go into that land and you just grow your own fruits and vegetables, and it's like that's what it is.
Like I said, especially because like the food that they create nowadays, like the Doritos, like it's just like it's addictive. It's just like straight up, just like what it is, like fruit gummies, bro, like Gushers. I mean, I love that shit, bro. I'll eat a whole bag. Next thing you know, that's 400 calories of a fucking bag of gummies.
Sugar.
And you could eat 2 bags of those and not feel full. And next thing you know, it's 800 calories,
bro.
No, bags.
Bro, I could eat 4 or 5 of them.
That's what I'm saying. But
I want to.
I mean, like those like, especially like those like sour gummies, sour like
whole bag.
I ate 2 or 3 of those. Next thing you know, bro, that's like that's like you drank a whole soda worth of sugar and then some, and then you also had like 1,200 calories in gummies.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And here's the thing I was thinking the other day. I was like me and Kay, we got this cantaloupe, and I let it just sit the right amount of days. Every once in a while, you just get it right, bro. Mm-hmm. And I mean, this was the best cantaloupe I ever had. Just these big, juicy ass pieces that were so good. I'm sitting there eating it, and I'm like, bro, this is dessert. This is Skittles. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? To the human, to the world of whoever decides to eat this. Even a fucking animal hippos and shit will smash a cantaloupe in their mouth, a melon and shit, and enjoy that. That is dessert. You would have looked at that as you look at a chocolate cake, had chocolate cake not existed. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But eventually, like, chocolate cake's always going to exist, right? Like, chocolate cake's not even something that could be genetically modified. Like, literally, your grandma would make, like, a chocolate cake, for instance, somebody's grandma, you know what I mean, would make like a chocolate cake. Like that's a thing that would really be done in the village, Yeah. But like when you get to the point of like, I don't know, where it's like caramel stuffed, Oreo chocolate macchiato cake or something. It's like you're really fucking with how much the human body can take at once. It's surprising how much we can take. Like, we talked about soda when we were younger. Mm-hmm. You drank a 2 liter in an hour before, right?
Yeah. I drink like 6-8 sodas a day, bro.
That's fucking 300 grams.
And like not even drink water, just not even drink water. How did you even live?
Dude, when I would dehydrate it, I would just drink a light soda, not a dark one.
And that's the other thing. That's why you see people with so much diabetes because it's like the parents don't even know. It's like well, some parents just don't even care. It's just like. I mean, it's not my mine didn't care, but it's like, they don't stop you from drinking all that soda either. It's like.
It's funny you bring this up because, man, I'm not even getting down a deep rabbit hole, but my peoples they're going through their own little rough time right now, and I go see my niece the other day, and I noticed her teeth are rotting away, bro. And I'm like. What we got to get her to a dentist and shit. And I go and I'm talking to my mom and I'm like, look, you're doing, the same thing to this, little girl that you did to me, where you're just allowing them to keep doing it. And she's like, I always took you to the dentist. And she did, I would go to the dentist at least once a year, she would always take me to the dentist, but she allowed me to eat whatever I wanted at home. And we didn't have proper dental hygiene, so she gets to the point where she was like, what, you like that stuff. I'm like, I'm a kid. You know what I mean? Like, of course I'm going to like sweets.
You like all that shit.
You are the one that's supposed to protect me, and say, hey, you can't have that much. Like at my house, like, bro, I would wake up 2 a.m. and put syrup in my mouth. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, bro, I taught myself how to floss. After I left my mom, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I never even did nothing like that. Like, she brushed her teeth and shit, but it was it's about what you eat. You can brush your teeth all you want. If you're consuming nothing but junk, there's going to come a time where you fall asleep instead of brushing your teeth, or you don't do it in the morning or something.
It just sits in your mouth.
And it's just rotting away on you.
And it just builds up over time.
And you're not, and it's like, if that happens once, okay. But when it keeps happening, if it's happening once a week, you're going to rot away no matter what.
Exactly, man.
And when she said that, I'm just looking at her, I'm just like, you bitch. For you to say that, like, that's what I would always try to explain to you about my mom. Like, she's not a mom. She's not even like an adult. Like, that's how most of my family on that side is. Like, they don't even have an adult mindset where she's like, you liked it. Like, she's my sister or something, like my friend or something. Like, I got what you like. Like, you're supposed to give me what's good for me, I've never even seen veggies, bro.
And give me treats, but like, teach me moderation and shit. Let me go to town on these bitches, man. Because I used to do the same thing. You get you go to the grocery store, you come home with all the different snacks. I'd go through like a whole box of like fruit roll-ups, just be like, oh no, Steve, maybe you shouldn't eat, all 12 of those fruit roll-ups. But it's like they're gone in a day, followed up by 4 sodas. Like, well, maybe you can have a soda, but like don't drink 4 of them. Okay, well, I would drink 4 of them. It's just like just on and on from there. And when it's in your house, you just have access to it. And as a kid, you're just gonna keep going back at it. Thankfully, I did. I mean, I remember I didn't used to brush my teeth a lot. I guess I made it out pretty lucky with my teeth. I think I got lucky. Rather than actually taking care of them and flossing them and whatnot. Because I would get pressed to brush my teeth too. But they would leave it up to me to do it. And it'd be like that. Sometimes I go like 4 or 5 days without brushing my teeth, and shit.
Yeah.
And just drinking soda. And it's just like, well, I remember getting cavities and stuff. And I Get them filled, and then you just move on from there.
I mean, I could just think about, like, bro, if I tell you some of the stories, man, like, I can remember certain shit that I just, like, don't even know why I remember, like Aldi's. I remember Aldi's didn't used to be what Aldi's is now. It rebranded its entire image. Back in the day, that was a junkie spot.
Yeah.
That's where people with fucking welfare and food stamps and everything went to get cheap prices of cheap junk shit. I remember me and my dad, bro, would go out literally. I'd be with him for probably 5, 6, 2 weeks at a time sometimes. We go out every day, bro. He'd just be begging for money until we got $1.19. We go to Aldi's and buy a big ass bag of them marshmallows, bro. And that was my dinner for 2 weeks, bro. When he was working, I'd go to the corner store and buy a soda pop and a fudge round. That was dinner. You know what I mean? We wake up, I would get donuts. Like, you live with junkies, you eat like a junkie. My dad was never buying a fruit.
Yeah.
And it's like my mom could afford those things, but she didn't have the knowledge to make those things. She didn't know how to make asparagus flavorful. She don't know those things. So it's like, that's not even in her. All she knows how to do is throw that meat on there and salt and pepper. It's like, they didn't even have this knowledge to portray. So basically I've just got an alcoholic's diet and a heroin addict's diet, and it's like with their hygiene too, because I'm living, by them.
Yeah.
Like, even if somebody did come to me outside of them and tell me some shit that I need to know, like, hey, brush your teeth, I'm like, I'm living here though. This is what I see. And my dad's pulling his teeth out in front of the mirror at night. You know what I mean? Falling out, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's like you only know what you know, bro. That's why I'm so sympathetic, because I was there. I understand what my mindset was like when I didn't even understand. I thought that was normal when you're in it.
Yeah,
when you're in it, you think it's all normal. Then you grow up and you're like, what the fuck was I eating marshmallows for breakfast and dinner for? Like, oh, because I'm rolling around with a heroin addict. You shouldn't be there. Oh, well, you stay at.
You were thinking of that as a kid. Yeah, you were thinking about that as a kid.
You're not thinking about that. Yeah, just happy to be with your dad. It's like, oh, that's what we're eating. Great. We're eating fudge rounds for dinner. Like, what? This is a dream. I want to be with my dad. I love that we eat fudge rounds for dinner. I'm a kid. I want that. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember. Like, I had like the same thing, but I mean, like, it was like in a different like aspect, because I mean, like, I was a big kid. I mean, because like, go just be like, okay, well, make some microwave popcorn, eat that, follow that with some, bag of hot fries, eat some pepperoncinis, then like, eat some more chips, drink a bunch of sodas. I mean, think about like someone eating like, thousands of calories a day just in junk food.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you get people, get big. I was big, bro.
Now you're just
I was big. Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
And you go out with your friends, you come back in, but like, it's like, could never offset how much you actually eat at home. It's like, no matter how much you go outside,
it's like stuff out like with a book. Like, you can't just read it and then sit it down for a week and then read it. It's like, don't work like that. You never make progress.
Exactly.
You don't even know what's going on.
This week, maybe you go out and do play football 3 days out of the week, but then you go a week without doing much, and then it's just
or like those other 4 days of that week, you really use those 3 days that you want as an excuse.
Every day,
it's like, oh, I need this.
Every day you're eating junk, though. It's like, that's the one consistency. You're eating junk every day.
I just think about like at nighttime, I used to keep soda next to my bed. Like, just ride the night, just eat my teeth alive, bro.
Yeah. That's the thing. I got lucky with my teeth, but I mean, like, I definitely had like I said, I was a big kid, just like a bigger kid, fat kid, just because of soda, the junk food, it's just like teeth did okay, but man, there was a weight there, Thankfully, a little bit came off throughout when like. You hit that one age and it's just like, okay, you slim down real quick a little bit.
Yeah, it helps a little bit.
It helps a little bit, exactly, Yeah. Plus, you're not eating the junk that you were eating when you were a kid, because you're a little bit more mindful now. You're just like, oh, probably shouldn't eat 6 fruit roll-ups, like, but they're so good. Like,
at the same time, you probably do slim down a couple pounds even as a kid during the summer.
Yeah.
Like when you was going outside popping places and shit. You probably were down 10, 15 at least, something like that.
But then again, like,
like, there's pictures I see though where I'm chubby, and like I've always been skinny.
I mean, like when you get to like that age where like, your metabolism kind of like kicks in a little higher, you're just kind of like moving a little quicker now. It just kind of like, you do like your body does move like kicking like, because especially because it's growing, it's getting to like an adult form, and you're just like, so like I think a lot of the eating goes towards like that, like those growing pains and shit. You're just like,
it's funny when you find out growing pains ain't real.
Are they not real?
Growing pains aren't real, bro.
You sure, bro?
No
I'm pretty sure like as people grow, you get them in the knees, bro.
There's no such thing.
I remember I used to get real bad knee pains, bro.
There's no such thing, bro. It's just a boomer thing.
Is that really growing pains? I swear, man. Oh, my knees used to hurt. The growing pains, man. What was going on with my knees?
It was like, I guess this is what they say that
growth hurts. Yeah,
there's no evidence
that growth hurts. You know,
it's not a real thing, bro.
Yeah. Well, I mean, why was my knees hurting like that? Then my knees are blown out.
Just because you got a complicated ass car ran, you know, and every once in a while, I probably got a little kink.
Yeah, I mean, there's times like you ever sit there, like be chilling and then like next thing you know, like you breathe and you're just like
Or like you see that when your blood pumps and you can see it through your body. Yeah. You're just like, why? Why are you doing that, bro? What's going on?
Every time like I lay on my ear, you can hear the blood like pumping in that ear. Just like
that's bro.
What are you doing, body?
I told you I was facing it. I'm gonna face it more every year, but like I told you, that's like one of my biggest things is like when you go underwater, bro, and you can hear like the water. Dude, ever since I was a kid, even when I was younger, I used to go in the bathtub and just when nobody was home and go under to the bottom. Put my ear on the bottom of the bathtub, though, and just like you listen to the water run. You know?
I want to get the goggles. I want to get the goggles, and you just go ahead and open up your eyes, just like, just look down, you know, just like.
I'm so afraid, bro. To like, even yesterday we was playing that zombies, bro. Like that scared me to go down there and like see what was there. Remember, I told you that I was like, I'm legit scared,
that was scary, bro.
To see if something's there.
And like, there were zombies down there.
That ocean's so realistic too, bro. Like it really is realistic.
Yeah, man.
You know, and like I know it's just a game, but like you still build this anxiety up. So I get when people describe these feelings, you know, because I still feel like that. I still feel that. That's why, like. I don't deny anxiety because I know what it feels like, but I feel like it's something you have to beat. Like I feel anxiety when I go swim in the ocean, but I'm like, you're swimming in the ocean, Kay's swimming in the ocean. Everybody's having fun. I'm going to get in the ocean, man. I know I'm okay. It's just my anxiety. Like, and everybody's going to be different. And sometimes you are going to have people who can't break through that. But I think everybody's experiencing at levels of anxiety.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to get through in the
world.
I
whenever I like, it's not like debilitating, but like, you know, there are times where like, I do feel it intense and you just got to work through it and just go through the conversation. You just like, well, I always do. Like, I'll just go into like a new conversation or random conversation. I'm just like, you know, just like turn on this like confidence, and you're just like, all right, just keep talking. It doesn't even fucking matter what's about. You know,
like, best example, dancing.
Yeah,
you know, it's like your anxiety is like got you thinking all these things. Like, oh, bro, I'm gonna go out there. Everybody's gonna stare at me. Girls are gonna laugh at me. Guys are gonna laugh at me. I'll fall. I don't even know no dance moves. I'm not even that drunk. Like, you're making all these excuses. Then you go out there, and it's like. Nobody's even paying attention to you. You know what I mean? Yeah. You're like trying to see if anybody's looking at you. Nobody is. Nobody really gives a shit.
The only thing that's ever happened to me is that, like, you know, like next thing you know, like someone's just like, okay, yeah.
Joins in.
And they're just dancing badly with you. Yeah. You're just like, okay. Just like, I was like, all right, you know, cool. That's why, like, man, can't wait. We talked about it before, but we can't wait for this shit to go away and pass on. You know, even if it takes taking a sketchy ass coronavirus vaccine just so I can fucking party. This is microchip me, Bill Gates, or whatever. Just let me hit a rave. You know,
I was thinking big time yesterday, bro. So you remember I told you like about the land and like adding amenities there, you know? And bro, like, how do you attract like-minded individuals, right? Well, you have to like. Not everybody's going to obviously be, you know, the person you're looking for. But I'll tell you, you can really break it down as like rave people. Like we always describe the best we ever felt was at a rave. So I was thinking like, man, if I had a mountain in like 15, 20 acres, figure out how to fucking throw a rave on that bitch, bro.
A big ass party.
Be able to network like that. You know what I mean? I'm sure you could get that done. Like it's basically just a party, you know, just like if they're like Timonian Fairgrounds, you know? You just need the proper
sell some tickets. Sure. Yep, sell some tickets.
Build the cabins. You know what I mean? Build some amenities and straight up camping rave style, bro.
You know, a lot of them can be like wheeled in, like get the Ferris wheel in, like somebody just gonna be dropped off in a truck. You know, just like all these other things pop up. You know, you got to get the little festival vibe going, and then you get the stage. I mean, like all very doable,
I think
bro.
We do.
And they can definitely monetize that shit, and I'll help you just build the home.
We can build a stage, bro. You know what I mean? As many things as we could possibly think of, we're built. We can build a stage. We can build where people sit at. We can build the cabins. We can build amenities.
I remember talking to you a while ago about like trying to like, you know, just like build like that tiny house in my backyard. You know, just like, I mean, I just really want to do that, you know, just because like, I don't know. You just got I just want to fucking mess with some fucking tools and shit, bro. I'm gonna start really acquiring a shit ton of tools as well, bro. You know, just like whatever type of tool I ever need, I'm gonna start acquiring and hoarding, bro.
You want to
start hoarding everything. You just chainsaw.
That's what I do.
Masonry drill, all that shit, bro. And just like fucking hoard the shit out of all this stuff. Like,
bro, I look at tools like literally like a kid with toys now, bro. It's like, oh, one day I don't even do carpentry, but it's like, oh, one day I might need that angle for that carpentry.
Yeah, exactly, man.
I got a lot of fucking tools, you know.
Yeah.
I got my fucking table saw, you know. I got my grinder. I got my air compressor. You know, I got my hand saw, my hand drill.
Yeah. I gotta get my
prepared.
tools up.
I'm prepared to build something if I had land. You know, I'm prepared.
Yeah.
And like the funny thing is, like I have an entire fucking bag and a box full of just like L-angle metal and shit like that, because I was always thinking like, man, I'm gonna need things like this, you know, like to be able to connect shit and just be able. You could reuse that all day. You could build 1,000 things with that, you know, like 10 pieces basically, and just have that and use it other places. T-shape, L-shape.
Like, I don't know A to Z carpentry, you know, but I mean, I feel like I could build the shit out of a fucking house, you know.
Yeah, I mean, even if it was the best carpentry in the world, if you could lay some carpet down and like it's not coming up.
That's the thing. You could build something. I mean, it's like carpet. I mean, like. You can build something sturdy and sound, and it's like, you know, I mean, like, you know, I know the basics of framing a wall, you know, and then like from there, you know, you just like, you know, maybe the roof might give me a little bit of trouble, but like I'll figure it out, you know.
Yeah, that's the hard part is pitching a roof.
Yeah, yep. But you know, I mean,
that's why like
all about, bro.
If you ever see like the tiny home build up, usually they just don't even build up on one side. They only build up on one side, and then the top of the roof's like that, so it just naturally has a pitch without you really having to do. The math of that, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, like it's not that hard, you know. Just easily figure it out, you know, and build your actual like roof and like, you know, build it on there, and then you got a fucking nice ass house. Do some roofing, you know.
See, like that's what I'm saying. Like, man, it's my dream, bro. So like, let me picture like, okay, so we get that land. Let me picture a day for you like that, right? Where it's like, all right, bro, today we're putting a roof on that fucking house we did. So all right, man, we're gonna get up like 9-10, go make sure the plants are good. You know, go make sure the fucking animals are good. You know, come back into this room that we built, a little conference room or something online. We're a mutual home, basically. Go in there, you know, straight up YouTube on a thing like this. That's what I'm saying. Modern, bro. We modernize the eco-village aspect. Where it's like, bro, we're going to still use things like this. We're on there. Look up how to pitch a roof right now, bro. Got my coffee. We got a backwood. Roll that backwood up, bro. We're sitting here. Hopefully there's someone like us that's sitting there with us. I would like to have 4 or 5 other people with us watching that. You know what I mean? We light up just like Indian style, bro. Native American. It's our peace pipe. It's our backwood, you know? And it's just kind of like, you got your coffee. It's like, all right, we're going to sit here just like an orientation, basically.
Right.
We're going to sit here for 2 hours and try to study on this roof. Then we're going to go out there and try. We fail. We'll come back in here and get back on this like this, you know? Like, bro, it doesn't just seem like it's like not even work. It's like, it would be like enjoyable thing, you know. There's not that pressure of like, you know, someone's trying to put their hand up your ass, man.
And then we're just sitting there, just like figuring out how to build a fucking.
Imagine when we pitched the roof, like we finally learned how to connect it. We're just like, let's fucking go. Fuck that corporate shit.
The fucking roofing material in there, the shingles and shit. You're just like, fuck yeah, bump, bump, bump with that nail gun. It's like, this fucking
beautiful.
Boom, we got waterproof grid, man. It's like, I mean, like I said, I'm positive I could do. I mean, I already have the basis of like electrical shit.
That's what I'm interested in. I'm interested in testing us because like I like to see, can I frame out of windows in a house?
Exactly,
bro. Could you figure out how to install solar panels? You know, like I would like to see us taste these things.
That's why I want to. I mean, like that's why I want to invest in trying to do that little tiny home in my backyard. I mean, like, I don't know what else to do besides than just to go and put something together. I mean, like 2x4s aren't that much.
Oh.
You know, you start framing some walls, and then from there, it's like, okay, well, you know, veneer, you learn to drywall, you learn maybe some electrical aspect, and then like just try and figure out from there. I mean, like framing the walls, I mean, from that point on, it's like, okay, anything goes now. I mean, I think everything else would be just so easy. You know, I feel like it would just be like, you know,
I don't think it's easy by any means, but yes, I think it's exactly how you're picturing.
Plywood on the outside, you will get it done. Add some fucking, you know, veneer or whatever, ain't some type of siding, waterproof it, however maybe means you got.
First, just something you can live in, right? And then, like, hopefully you get 100 people there, and someone did drywall, someone did frame out houses, you know, and you just start getting these minds together where it's like, all right, this guy frames out the houses, that guy puts the drywall in. We're still all doing what our skills are, but we're using it for a group effort, you know. I'm putting my glass in, but I'm also putting your glass in, you know. I like the idea of that, man.
Mm-hmm.
I like the idea of like waking up, not lazy, but like, you're living at your own pace, like a farmer. A farmer gets up early, but he's not in a rush.
Yeah.
Like it's kind. That's kind of what it is.
Things you want to get done for the day, and just take it from there. You live day to day. You put the work in. That's like your job. That's what you do. And I mean, like, you bring something to like the physical world, and you end up living in it and shit,
and living off it, bro. Also, like, that's what I was thinking. Like, could you imagine if you did have like mass crop compared to how many people there would be?
Yeah.
And like that season's harvest is ready to be harvested.
Yeah.
And we go out there and like we go out there and we get 45 tomatoes, 13 watermelon, 40 oranges, whatever it is, like reap your harvest, as they say. Like that's like a word you ain't even heard of, It's like, but that's a common phrase all throughout history. It's like, okay, I'm gonna reap my harvest basically. It was good to me, crops were good to me this year. Crops were bad to me this year, We don't even know what that is.
That's the thing. I mean, like, you also like, like you grow some fucking mushrooms. You grow all your like your shiitake, your oyster, grow shit like that.
Psychedelic.
It's psychedelic. It goes without saying. Your oyster, your shiitake. You can sell those, eat those. And that's something that you can just grow year round. You got mushrooms.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I love mushrooms.
Love it.
So it's just like, man. You do a lot of things, and I mean, like, and along the way, man, I'm sure you can just, making the money. I think would be like the easy part. The hard thing is actually like going through and building the house, and the money would just kind of like, coming like you sell your shit at a farmer's market or something. I mean, whatever. You go do some work on someone else's property. I mean, we have those skills. It's okay. Let's come over. We'll do some fucking work, make some money there. I mean. Whatever the case may be.
I know, because I was thinking that before, like maybe you get LLC and you like start a company like that. But then I was like, well, are you gonna want to come home and do it?
Yeah.
Are people gonna be inspired to build at home? I don't know. I don't know. It's a big question of like, what do you do? Is that enough to fund, the growth that's needed in a short time span? I don't know exactly. That's why I like to picture me going there with a lot of money. But if not, I mean,
I was thinking one aspect is like, maybe you just get one of your licenses to grow pot on your property, and then you just grow pot for people. Get a little greenhouse, and it's just like
that's
so you can sell some pot.
I definitely like the amenity option. You know what I mean? Make it an ATV park. That's money. That's always money.
Yeah.
Make that blob thing. Make it a swimming area, just like Beaver Dam or something. Do that with your swimming spot.
Yep.
Shit like that, and draw in. I think you can easily draw a mission like that.
I mean, like you just combine all three of those with the rave shit, and then it's just like, man,
you're making some money, and you're selling your extra food or whatever it is, selling livestock maybe. I mean,
people are living there. It's just like an all-encompassing thing, just like kind of like sustains itself, and then then you also have access to your own ATV park, your own block,
that's what I'm saying. Make it fun for people,
stage,
bro. Make it modern. It's funny. I'm sitting there the other day, and I'm like, I get this. I'm going to need to draft a bill of rights. I'm like, all right, how you going to do bill of rights? Okay, well, first I'm going to have to put boy Steve in there. And then I'm going to have someone that me and him don't like. Well, not don't like, but maybe don't envy their mind. And then I want 2 women in there that I like. And then I want 1 woman in there that I don't envy, like. Have that full mindset of swindle. Just like, what's this sound like? Because you want people to try and object to what you're saying. You want to back them so far into a corner where they're just like, that sounds great. It's like, I know. So you hope to make it work. Like that's how you got to do your counsel too. Definitely. You definitely got to make something where it's male, female, white, black ratio, to be fully correspondent. And elect the people to govern themselves, as a council at a time. I like that idea, 6 people at a time for maybe 2 years, 3, 4 years, whatever it is.
Yep.
At the people that live in that village, not no fucking outsider and shit and just keep, swindling around. Vote for a selection of people, basically.
Hopefully, somewhere you throw in some type of accountant, right there. There's like the treasury.
That's exactly what I was about to say. That's exactly what I was about to say next, bro. Where I was like, maybe you put away like 80% of whatever you bring in, and you spend 20%. Basically, we divide up in payment 20%, and then put 80% towards the land. Or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever would work, basically.
Exactly.
Because you would have pictured that you're hoping that you don't have to buy so many things. So like you're not paying rent, You know, we're just paying a property tax, which isn't going to be nowhere close to rent. You know, a 10% margin. So I feel like we can figure that out.
Yep.
You're not paying. You know, you got your own water. You're going to set up your own water. So you're not paying for water. You're not paying for electricity unless you choose to set it up, you know. You probably would want to set up some type of satellite internet or something like that. You might end up paying for something like that. But you're hoping to live off the land with your food, you know, so you're not paying for a lot of the major things. I know that like on that Wild Rabbit thing or whatever the fuck it was, like they were saying, like basically for a family of 4, they were spending $800 a month. Which is like, that's incredible if you think about it. You know, for a family of 4, that's for everything included in their monthly account, you know?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, you have the community kitchen, you know.
But you still got to make $800.
Yep. You still have to do that.
Still got to make $800.
Yeah. You have to make it. I mean, like that seems so attainable over a month period of time.
That's why I would like to go there with like 6 months in advance.
And everyone eats and everything, you know? It's like, come on. Like,
yeah. I mean, you could do anything, bro. Like I think about like with my sister, she's certified in a bunch of little things. Like, man, I would have Reiki readings for her, you know, psychic readings, things like that. Like any amenity that you can think of, bro. Yep. And just make it like an amenity area because not only for the profits of like trying to build up and build money, but for the people to encourage people to want to come there. You know, like, look, man. It's not just, oh, we're going to work all day and build homes and learn how to pitch houses. Like I was thinking about the other day, I'm like, how would I handle that? I'm like, well, you picture it like some point in a day. Say if like we are trying to pitch a house, we do it 2 or 3 times and it falls and we're just frustrated. Maybe it's like, all right, bro, we're done for the day. Everybody just go do what makes you happy right now. Just go do whatever you want to do. I'm heading down to the water. I'm going to hit the fucking jet ski. But you guys just go do whatever. If it's play video games, if it's fucking, you know, jog, if it's keep working on this, whatever it is, just everybody, you can do things like that when you have that freedom. You know, you don't got to sit there and be like, we got to get this done today or we can't go home to our families and eat. Yeah. You can go eat dinner and come back. And
you got like, you know, this person over here, like, you know, they're doing like yoga classes for people, you know.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Yep, exactly.
Like
yoga.
This dude's like a physical trainer. He's, you know,
paddle boarding,
like that,
you know, anything,
exactly. You know, just have anything.
You know what else you could do? Make a race. You know, kind of like a 5K type of race around the area where it's like you set up some obstacles, some mud area, you know, shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean,
bro? You can do a couple things, bro.
I'm just thinking, like, if me and you seen that place, like, say you weren't even thinking to live there, but it's just like, hey, bro, we got 25 acres, we got ATV park, we got a water amenities, you know, like all this
Ninja
shit.
Warrior course type
thing. $80 and you can do it all.
Butter course, you know, like, come on.
Rock wall.
And then you can, like, you know,
we can build a rock wall, dude. And then, like, go find a rock wall in our land and then make it rock certified.
Some people do. There's some people like there's this one like on Airbnb, they built like this like tiny home like on like the edge of this cliff and like it overlooks like the canyon and like you can just rent it for a couple months.
That's a good idea.
It's on your property. You just like rent it out. You know, it's just like boom. It's just like just super fancy. You know, it's just like you can have that type of thing going on. You know, there's so many different types of passive income methods.
Yeah.
You know, once you combine all of them, you know, you get a really nice source of income.
And also, all those things are things that sound fun that you would want to do. You know, you could do you set up a bar there.
Yeah.
You know, you got people coming in and you do poker nights.
That's like
karaoke nights, darts competitions.
All right, look, you guys,
comedy club.
You guys go ahead. You go work on, you know, your whatever project you want. It's like, look, we're gonna just create this crazy ass Airbnb like with the bar type of thing going on. You know? It's just like we're just gonna let our creative things flow. We're gonna make it real pretty and just
be the community bar, you know, and be able to rent it out though. Exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or just have just any type of thing. You know, it's like our thing. We're like, okay, look, we're working on the community bar here. It's separate. You know, it's just like community bar. You know, just like setting it up. Make sure the land was good.
I was like, all right, well,
Alan's gonna work it.
We talked before. Alan's like, I'm not working it.
It's good.
You have no skills. You will work the bar. You lied on your resume and said you were a carpenter. And we already approved you and took your $4,800.
Shitty businessman. Like, we got. You know how he feels about those?
But I was thinking, I'm like, all right, well, you want I would love to do like whitewater rapids or something, but you need rapids, right? So then I got into this big thought earlier where I was like, can I create a rapid? Like, how can you create a river?
Oh no! All you would have to do is just be like all you had to do is orchestrate it.
Lazy river.
You know, you would have to get like the insurance and stuff where it's just like, okay, well, we're close. We'll start renting this shit and we'll just take people to the rapids over there. But like. Yeah, that's how we do it. You know, it's like no one owns the rapids, man. You know,
like you want to do sightseeing tours.
No, I want to do rapids, but it's like, you know, you don't have to own the rapids on your shit. I think to do it, you know, usually you have to go through some type of approval. I don't know.
You're not gonna find some rapids that ain't a company running now. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I'm not sure. Like when you go out to like the
maybe people a state park or something.
That's what I'm saying. You know, no one's gonna own it. You just got to orchestrate the stuff. You know, that's what
I'm saying.
Do.
Like, what if like you bought 20 acres and you had a nice say you had a river there that went for an acre. I don't even know what that even means. What an acre is, but say it went for an acre, right? But okay. it had a nice pitch to it, but it wasn't like an extreme. It's river.
A really short, rapid.
Yeah. So like, could we drench that bad boy down?
And
you get what I'm saying? More, bro? Like make that bitch more of a pitch.
Bro, I watched this one video. I mean, like, I think it's possible.
And it would just let it rain.
I watched this one video of this dude where like he bought this land and he was working on changing the landscape because like it was a very like arid, dry part of desert where like it was just pretty much like dead. Everyone cut all the trees down. And it was just like really barren. So he started planting trees, but like they weren't able to stay alive because the ground's not holding any water. Mm-hmm. So he started bringing in like this native grass, started planting it. And then he started, once he got the grass going, the soil started holding onto the water. And then he got his first creek and was able to make these big ass creeks everywhere, man, on his property, just like through like the natural rehabilitation of like the environment.
Wow.
So like, I mean, like he has.
So like, basically, it was those trees just growing and dying. Does that mean
they weren't growing at all because there was no water in the
So what is it that made that creek come?
It was the grass, and over time, once the soil was able to hold the water,
so he redid the soil.
Well, the grass helped treat the soil, like once the grass started growing and the root system
How did he
started
get grass
place,
to grow, though?
Well, I mean, it was still raining. There was just nothing there to hold it on, like into like the soil. So once the grass started growing and he started planting that grass and it started getting its roots in the system,
okay.
It started holding on the water. And then once like, all the access would just like go into the ground. Well, once it fills up too much, then you get like a little stream coming out, and it eventually goes downhill.
That's like that video they showed. You ever see while like they were showing like why mudslides happen and shit like that? Yeah. Because you take away so much soil, and that water usually will pass through that. And then like they did an example of like a little block of soil, and the water goes through it, and you see like it's like fucking no water gets through, and then you remove the soil and just leave the top, and just that water runs right through.
And it's the same concept, like like instead of that, like once the grass grows, the roots hold everything together, also suck up the water,
right?
But then like it just helps take it away. But
this picture when that first happened, like someone came up with that sick idea, to like get rid of the soil basically, and they're like, yeah, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, you got mudslides and shit, and they're just like, what do we do? It's like you would think somebody'd be like, we should probably start planting the trees again, and not build a road right there. And instead they're just like, what about if we built like these holes in the ground, we're calling gutters, and then we'll build underground pipes to run that all the way back out into the ocean.
Yes.
It's just like, oh yeah, that's way easier, dude.
I'm thinking like,
that way we can stay right here on Eastern Ave.
I'm thinking one of the things that like, we would definitely be able to figure out and like kind of like create. Like, I feel like we'd be able to come up with like some type of like new like economic system that could really work in this village. You know what I'm saying? Like, just have like I don't know what it is just yet, but I mean, like, I feel like we could really think up some shit, and create, like how to deal with this money in such a way that just works. You know what I'm saying? It works cool. Better, and like everyone just like kind of like.
Well, I always thought like I could build everybody a personal greenhouse, man, a little 8x8, 10x10 or something, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Everybody have a little personal greenhouse. You grow what you want, and still have a community farm where we grow what everybody wants.
And that's the thing. From there, it's like, okay, say you grow peppers. Next thing you know, you start making your own hot sauces.
Exactly.
Like come on,
like sauces.
You start growing like different types of like hops. Then you start homebrewing. You start making homebrew beers and shit. Start making some meads or something. Like. Get anything going. You grow your own grapes. Next thing you know, you got wine going.
You just keep going in with them fat ass harvests of mushrooms with the fat caps. We're driving to town and unload those bad boys.
Yeah, and like I mean, like you could do like how they do now. Like, I mean, like you can do anything. Like you get some fruit, you make some jams.
Yeah,
just start pumping out.
Start a juice bar, shit, bro. Have a little sideline smoothie bar or something.
Corner set up. Next thing you know, you have like your whole little farmers market that you run.
I want a pool bar.
That's all your own shit. Let's build a pool bar, bro. Well, we've seen those Indian dudes just like dig it out and do it themselves. We'll do the same thing, bro.
We could do that.
Get some shit going, man. Pool bar, what's up? Pull up, guys. $10, $5 crushes with our homemade oranges. Like it's just like
$10 crush.
Come on, $10 crush. Yeah, $10 crush. But it's extremely watered down.
Aged gin.
It's just margarita mix. It's just
you can't hear for the amenities.
But I mean, like. You can really get it to work for you, like I mean, you can really get it to work for you to where Well, now everyone's like, eating well because the wealth that we're generating here is just going to all the people that live here. Well, now we're really doing well because they're putting it back into the community. They're building up their properties, and things are looking fucking nice.
Yeah, man. That's why I'm like, man. If
look at this dude. This dude has fucking Tesla battery with the solar shit. It's like,
get this shit going by 30, man. That's 30 years of work I could do. I could work till I'm 60 building that land, and learning. Man.
I remember I was thinking about the other day. I was talking to Bray. I'm just like, it's like, come across some, money. It's like you buy the land. Because I feel like I could build a way better house than like, the company that I'm gonna go look to build the house or the house that I'm gonna pre-purchase built on this land. It's like, I'm gonna save money in the long run building my own shit.
That's why you get the camper, bro. Because when you buy that land, you live in your camper while you're building your home. That's what they all do. Yep. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's a perfect ass setup.
It's a perfect setup. Some people don't even never leave their trailer. They just end up living. That's their home, and they build other things. You know?
Yeah. I mean, like you could do. Like I said, you could just do whatever you want from there.
That's you with the big ass RV setups, probably.
What do you mean,
like when you got a big ass RV, you could be like, yeah, I'll live in here permanently. But like, it's like a 1-bedroom type of camper type setup. Eventually, you're gonna want some space.
Yeah, and I mean, like what I would probably do is just like you build the house into like the camper, like you attach it somewhere and like waterproof it.
Kind of make it the patio.
Add it on real quick.
I picture if you live out there, you gotta have a fireplace in your house, man. Right? Like that just goes with it.
Yeah, I was thinking fireplace or like wood oven, like wood burning stove,
bro.
That type of thing.
We'll do fucking fireplaces right there in the living room, man. Right over top, we'll put a big ass piece of glass, man, just translucent looking out through the skylight, man. Just have like a whole entire wall where you just look out, man.
Homegrown shrooms that you grow,
it's just sky glaze.
Stupid pone, because I clone these myself, It's like,
fat caps. There's those fat caps. Oh, impressive fat caps, Steven.
It's actually on the stem. Start throwing them back. I'm telling you, man, like it just be like, oh my god, it's just like.
And then hey, a Saturday comes up and we're like, hey, let's go into town. Let's go and see what they got going on in town. Let's go to a bar in town for a day, talk to some people. Let them know we're out here. You know what I mean?
Come back for after party, just
like, you know what I mean? Yeah, bro.
Yeah, and then you spread the message. Then we get roll. Then we start making like
that's like because what I was telling you last time, where it's like, how do you tell a man that he wasted years? It's like you show him. That's how you do it. You're like, come back here, man. Look at how we're living. 30 years younger than you. Look at how we're living here, man. Isn't this way better than you going back to your senior citizen home? I'll take a senior in, like, bro, you got knowledge to give. Coming here 60 years old, I'll do your manual labor if you got knowledge to teach me. You come in here with a trade, I'll do your manual labor. You teach me your trade.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Because I want to learn it all to the point where I don't need someone to come.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I want to be able to come in a house. He asked me a question. It's like, all right, well, first of all, this, like, well, then the plumbing behind it, and just break everything a little bit of thing down. You know what I'm saying? Like, anything, just like, well, how I'll build it. Okay, build a patio. You're like, okay, we want that to come up over here. Then you like a string of lights up across and hook that up into the system.
And you're like,
HVAC. Well,
but like, I picture like, so like, let's say if that really did happen. So we got me, say me and Kay go and you and Bray do. Let's just say that's how it goes out, and we're like, it's like, what does Bray want in her home? What do you want in your home? And like I was saying, like, we'd help you build that. And then it's like, all right, we want this in our home. You still have your individuality.
Exactly. Yeah.
The thing I was picturing is like, so imagine we do that, right? So we got us two, two couples basically. And then we bring in like that first person. It was a single person or a couple or whatever. It's like the first person's weird though, right? Where it's like, all right, this person's coming to live with us and our land, maybe necessarily it's, we got good vibes and we connected good, but it is a stranger. It's not like someone from Baltimore that we knew or something. Like the way that would feel, because you're kind of like, you really want to make sure it works
out.
Got
my gun.
You're trying to make it work, but it's
always got my gun.
Yeah.
I'm
going to take you out. But I like the picture, like, say it gets to the point where you even have like 30 people. And then you build like a little movie theater, man. It's like, on Friday, bro, let's all meet up. 9 o'clock going. I'm going to rent off the fucking Amazon that new, Will Ferrell movie or whatever it is.
On the main stage.
Yeah, we're all watching it. Yeah,
exactly.
That'd be cool as shit.
Yeah, man.
Or it's just like, once you get like 75 people, you got a main stage. It's like, Clarissa and fucking Sean are putting on a play Friday on the main stage. If anybody wants to hit that,
Steve's in it.
Steve's gonna play the Joker. It's like, Steve's playing the Joker again. He didn't do that since last Thanksgiving. That was sick.
That's what I'm saying, man. I mean, like people play their instruments. And
yeah,
shit.
Man.
Shows going around, man.
I like a little thing, man.
Like, you can just, and it's all, bro.
Maybe a masseuse, doing masseuse for bartering, shit like that. Acupuncture.
I don't want to sound like, but I mean, like. It's just all so possible, bro. Because all things that are so easily done.
It sounds so fun.
Like, you put the money there, you're building this shit, bro.
I would want to be alive,
Exactly,
I would want to be alive. Like, I feel like I'm working towards a real thing.
Bro, it's like, I've always felt like I've always wanted to get, like, my hands dirty. I'm in there. I'm pulling this fucking clay out of this hole. I'm like wiping. I got mud on my face, and I'm pouring the concrete for these beams in the ground to hold up this like shed.
Yeah,
and it's like
in the rain, dude.
Exactly,
in the rain,
exactly, man. You got the floodlight right there. It's dark as shit
out there. You know what I mean? It's
exactly
13 guys. And the women are helping them. We're like, look. We tell the women, it's like go inside, get supper ready. We're gonna finish pitching this house.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we're both holding it like Amish style. You're holding the ropes. Yeah, it's just like hold it, slow. We touch it up, seal it up with some caulk, and we got like a big chapel, bro. Like I want a big chapel, bro. How like Hogwarts had. Where they all eat, where you got the big tables. Yes. All the workers go there. You go home, you take a shower, you go there. All the women are in there. Women and men. I'm not trying to play gender roles here, but you get what I'm saying? Like, I would like to think my woman would go in there and start food for me, So I hope other people's women would do that. If the women want to pitch to the fucking top and we go in there and cook, but it's up to them.
Y'all want to pitch this roof?
You know what I mean? All right. It's like we all get that done, bro. We go home, we take a shower, then we meet up in that chapel. We got maybe it's 18 guys, fucking 14 women. It's like 35 of us, and we're just sharing this big ass dinner. I'm like, bro. You were struggling, Steve. I thought you was going to let go of that top edge. You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't it be so cool to talk about those things? Exactly. You're actually like, it's like your company kind of, Like we're talking about like our company's success, basically.
Exactly, man.
Yeah, bro, we built that hospital today, bro. We pitched that fucking hospital out today.
Exactly.
Tomorrow I'm going in there, put that glass in, dog. Rodriguez is going to do the caulking after I go in there. As soon as we get out of there, bro, we're going bass fishing. We got to restock,
Put the final touches on that shit.
What do you think would be the hardest thing for you about like embracing that kind of life?
I think at first, dealing with like, living in like a more of a limited space, more dealing with the elements and like, just overall like the new lifestyle of like, you're busting ass every day, what I'm saying? Like, but like, like really loving that work. But I mean, like, I think overall, like the elements and like, maybe the small space for a little while might bother me, but like, I mean, of course, learning all the different new things that you got to do to actually build a house. That's also be pretty difficult, bro. I'm not saying it's all gonna be easy.
I embrace that.
Exactly, exactly. But I think they're gonna be hard. I don't want to underestimate how hard the whole process would actually be. Especially when you're building your first house. You're trying to figure out how to lay this foundation properly. Then you're building on top of that. The weather's not working out for you. And it's just like you got to deal with those obstacles. You got to deal with those in the way. I mean, like I don't ever want to underestimate how hard it actually is going to be, because it's hard work at the end of the day.
But like with the limited space thing, like that would only be for a bit of time.
Exactly. Exactly, man. Yeah.
Let's say it's only 10 acres. Say me and you go half and half on 10 acres, bro. All right, well, you're taking a whole acre, right? Yeah. And I'm taking a whole acre.
Yeah.
You can build the biggest house you want to build.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
You can build a small one and build a bigger one if you want.
You're living in that camper, like you mean you're using a composting toilet, whatever the case may be, middle of the woods. I mean, like, it would all definitely take some getting used to.
Right. Yeah, that would definitely be one thing for me is like the hot shower.
Yeah.
Until we can get that figured out. That's one thing I really love and embrace. I think I can do a hot bath though. You would just fill it up with water and then heat it, right?
Yeah,
and then like get it to a point where it's boiling, take the heat off and let it cool.
I mean, like let's say like maybe that's like one of the first things you do, like go and build because it's one of the things you want. You know what I mean? Like it's so real cheap. Whole waterproof showers. You build a wood frame for it. It's waterproof real quick.
Bam.
You put a little mini pressurized water heater. Boom, done. You know what I mean? Or you maybe even got it in your
the one I showed you where
trailer.
It was like the car shower.
It's already in your trailer, bro.
Where it's solar powered, where it heats itself. So it's like just enough for a shower, but warm water. It got up to like 76 degrees or something.
That's the thing, bro. Like, you know, I feel like easily you can have that bit, all that whole thing set up with some damn solar energy.
So that's definitely one thing. But ideally, I would like to shower. Like, I feel like, bro, I would go like outside in the rain and shower.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean, bro? Like, why not? You know, like I would like a shower outside with no curtain. You know, like, just straight up, like even if it's just a jug and you know you pull the thing down and you hold it down and it comes down.
Shower, bro.
Straight up, balls hanging out. Middle of the acre. This is my acre, dog.
Exactly.
You know, this is our acres. But this is my acre. Yeah.
So I'm saying, man. You know, I think I think it all would be. You know, I'd get over it. You get by those things. You get used to them, and you live and move on.
That's one for me. And then, really, the killing of the animals. It's definitely something that I would have to get used to. Not so much.
That's true.
For me, it's like certain ones though. So like, obviously I don't want to kill any animal. I really don't want to, but I would do it for the self-sustainability of us. I do understand that's an option for human survival.
Yep.
And if that is something you should, if you are doing it a natural way like that, I mean, you're not going to do it more natural. I'm hoping
you have a stream with some nice fish.
That's all I always tell people when they say, "Do you eat meat?" I say, "If you kill it, I'll eat it." You know what I mean? If I see, it doesn't mean I need you to kill it, but I'm saying like if I see it killed, that's the only time I'll eat it because I feel like you're not entitled. I can't think of the word, but like you owe it to it.
Yeah, because you
know what I mean? Like you owe it basically to
not use the animal.
To use that animal, you know, to the full extent. And I like the idea of like Native Americans do. And I don't care if someone thinks I'm stupid, you know, but like little things like your first kill, you're supposed to put the blood of the animal on your face.
Yeah.
That's just a thing, you know, and it sounds stupid to like,
no,
you know, but I'm saying even if you go to like,
I'm going full Native American,
but I'm saying, you know, you can go to like a redneck hunter who's like an experienced hunter and you say something like that. And it's like, you sound stupid. Or if you're like, oh, you put that deer down. I would like for everybody who's hunting to go, you know, in a circle and just kind of say a prayer, you know, not a prayer to a God, but just a thankful for your sacrifice. You ever see Avatar?
Yeah.
You ever see when he kills them, you know, and right when he pulls the arrow out of him, he shoots the wolf thing. He shoots the wolf thing, and like the natives there teach him how to do it. And like when he pull it out, they're like, you know, they do it real clean on the heart. And he's like, thank you for your sacrifice. Your soul doesn't end here. You know, it's you're still killing
exactly.
Something.
That's exactly.
But you're basically saying like a holy prayer, you know, of your substance is what will keep on, and it's not.
Just thank for the giving of this, for the sacrifice, like you said, the sacrifice. And you get the blood on your face, take a bite of the heart, you know, whatever.
And
the
at
case
some
may
point,
be.
there may be a predator who does that same thing to me and doesn't say that prayer, though, you know. So I do understand the animal kingdom. That's one thing. Is like just because I don't eat meat doesn't mean I'm some, you know, vegan activist per se. But I don't agree with the factory farming. Like that's my big thing. Is like I know that's not sustainable. That's not even an argument. That's why I don't even get into that because. Brother, in 20 years, you will not be eating that meat. Like, it's not, I don't have to argue with you about that. Yeah. Like, you will not be eating that meat in 20 years.
I mean, I remember I was talking to someone I work with, and I was like, yeah, that like, you say that, like, you know, like the fake meat and like the bioengineered meats could be the future. I'm just like, yeah, because I mean, like, you just simply can't keep up the factory fucking farming. You just can't keep up with it. There's no way you're going to be able to. So the only thing you're going to have in the future are bioengineered, like lab grown meats that where you can grow them in mass, you know, from like meat cells and shit. And the fake meat products that would just be ultimately better in the future. You know what I'm saying? Like Impossible Burger is only going to get better from here.
Guess what you're do? You're buy that lab grown meat and eat the fuck up because you don't know how to hunt and you don't like seeing animals die. You like to say you like it in your grocery store, as people like to say.
Exactly.
Right? So
you like the convenience.
You're buy that fucking lab meat if you're told to, and it's going to get to the point where. How do you even know if you're buying lab meat? Or like when somebody tell you something organic. How the fuck do I know if that's organic? If that you didn't use a pesticide? What is the difference? There's no visual difference or taste difference that I can even tell.
Exactly.
So at this point, you could be lying to me. Same thing with lab meat, where it's like, that's lab meat. You know? It's like, well, it's gonna get to the point where it's so realistic, you're not gonna be able to make the argument anymore.
Yeah, I mean, like that's the other thing is that, like, you know, if y'all hate, like, because you always see people that are like, you know, they'll just talk about, like, well, you see people post that where it's like, well, you know, my Jeep doesn't run on, you know, fairy dust, blah, blah, blah. Or like, you know, the farming equipment doesn't run on fucking, you know, pixie dust bullshit, you know, type of deal. But I mean, it's like, well, you know, we're going to need to figure out alternatives to things how we do. We're going to have to innovate and create new ways, you know, whether that be like, you know, we're using different electric tractors type of deal or
whatever
you know,
it is.
Exactly. Or like, you know,
or you're not supposed to make a tractor that big.
Exactly.
You're not supposed to farm that much. Exactly. You shouldn't need a 16-row fucking cotton picker.
Yeah. You know
what I mean?
You're going to find those alternatives.
You're
we have to innovate,
bro.
We have to innovate. We have to create new things. And if you want to eat meat, and the best you get is that impossible meat stuff. And that's just how the future's going to be.
Locusts are coming, bro. Locusts are coming, bro. The earth is not going to keep having it, man. It's not going to keep letting you just over farm it and abuse it, man. It's going to respond back. And it is, but we're just keep ignoring it. And it's going to the point where
until people start getting affected, like crazy.
To the point where it's just ludicrous, bro. They're going to keep denying it to the point it's ludicrous where you have a hurricane a week in each state, you know, or flooding, 3 miles a day or something, to the point where it's just like, wow. That's
why I think, like, this government just like is a fucking joke, because I mean, like, they can't mobilize to do shit. People are scared of new ideas. People don't want to change shit. People just want to stay in their ways and continue being like who we've always been. It's just like, this is not how you operate in a world, bro, or even in a smart manner.
That's
smart
all people shit know. To get your mind away,
smart
man.
People know you change over time. Smart people know you adapt to things, exactly, and see what's in front of you.
Like how they got you sitting there thinking like everybody has their argument and their right, and we've sat here plenty of times and explained how people should have the right to what makes them happy, but like I feel like the thing about like can transvestites piss in the girls' bathroom or what? Like I feel like that's all like shit to make you argue and debate about pointless shit.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, I don't care what bathroom it is. If you tell me I can't come in and I'll never fight you to go into a bathroom, I will build my own bathroom. Now, understand back with black people, like at that time, that's what that was with, coming from the Civil War and slavery time. Nowadays is a different time. You are in America, the land of the free, right? So if that person says, just like with the cake idea I was saying, where it's like, I can't use that bathroom, fuck that bathroom then. And, instead of that, I'm going to use that in spite. I'm going to try to make every other bathroom better than this bathroom.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. So it's like, when I hear shit like that, I feel like they get you to debate dumb shit, where it's like, oh, Antifa's putting bricks out before the riot. Like, bro, you can't even think about what the protest is for anymore because you're thinking about what's that bricks doing there?
Yeah.
It's like the dumbest shit possible, bro, that people think about. And we spend all of our time fighting over it. Is Antifa violent? Like, what the fuck are you talking, bro? Is George Soros running shit? You know what I mean? Who the fuck's running that? That financial banking system.
I mean, that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing to like kind of like distract you and keep you away from like the real issues that plague our society.
We're like, something bigger than Soros.
Where it's like, okay, it's like, which one do you want to tackle? Homelessness, okay, we're fucking rampant, bro. It doesn't make sense. You make so much money in this country that you have homeless people, you have starving children, you have starving children here. Like, come on, like what you walk down in Detroit, you can see Detroit fucking collapsing. You walk down, you go over West Baltimore, you see some of those places collapsing. It's like, what are we actually doing as a society if we're not even making this a cool place to live? It's just like you see the abused places, like you see the abuse, you see the things that we do wrong everywhere. But like, you just can't seem to get our head out of our ass because you want to sit here and talk about, Brendan Scott's hair. Or some stupid shit, or you want to fucking
him saying shorty.
Exactly. Or you want to talk about transgender bathroom stuff, or you want to talk about, it's like, come on, man.
Go back to this thing where you're like, oh, I wish my life was better, blah blah blah. But that's who it made me who I am, And when you sit there and you think about that, I'm thinking about Mayor Scott, obviously now, and letting that shorty comment, but You think about like where you come from, and I think about like all these things that I've been through, with my family and moving and just everything that my life's come to, and this is how like I think I'm just so awesome, personally, and I'm so happy that this is what led me to it, and I think about all those things, my mom, my dad, the schools, my friendships, everything that molded me, and then there's just like this hint of lead poisoning, bro. And I always wonder, like, is that the thing that just like set that you know what I mean? That like set that chemical reaction, bro.
That was something we all drunk from the school fountains, bro. We all drunk from the school fountains, bro.
It's just that what it's like, a pinch of this, a pinch of trauma, a bit of abuse,
lead poisoning,
and a little bit of lead poisoning.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, exactly. I mean, and especially when it comes to like, when you think about things like that, where the people who we're now trusting and leaving in charge aren't even taking care of the drinking water anymore. It's like, bro, we gotta change. Yeah. We gotta change. This system has to be built from the ground back up, man, because this is not fucking working.
And we all agree. So fuck that system. We're building something new. There was something really cool, like back on the animal thing. I was telling you about the movie before, bro. I actually feel like I sent you that video of that little clip right after we had that talk. Yeah. You know, like sometimes I feel like things speak to me through things, though. And I know it's once again, you sound crazy, but I've kind of always felt like that. You know, like things are able, you know, to be able to kind of like, I feel like I watch things at a certain time for a certain reason. I don't know why it's on, but that's how it was with this movie that I watched with Zach Galifianakis and Owen Wilson. And I was telling you about it. It was like, bro, like I'm like, you need to watch this movie, dude. Like, I can't explain. Like, me and you, like, this is like meant for like us, bro. You should like, you really got to watch this movie. Like,
what's it called?
It's called Who Are You Here or Why Are You Here? And it's one of the movies
What's it on?
It's on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, seriously, bro, like really watch this movie, bro. And this is like, it's a comedy, but it's not a comedy, bro. It's like a true story. And it's one of the movies where like, I literally don't want to tell you one thing about it because to me, it's such a good movie. And most people are going to watch that movie and think nothing of it and get mad that it's not like funny or something. It has a lot of funny shit that like me and you would think's funny.
Okay.
Because of the way that the movie transpires, bro. And I don't want to tell you one thing about it. I don't want to tell you nothing, but watch the movie. And I'm going to tell you one scene of the movie that's like what it is. I'm not going to explain nothing. I'm not explaining nothing to you, even though I want to. But so there's one scene in the movie, right, where like, you know, Owen Wilson, he's trying to get with this woman, you know, and she's like a homesteader, basically, you know, urban farm type of bitch, you know?
Right.
And she's like, you know, well, if you want to be with me, go outside and grab one of them chickens, kill it and bring it in here and I'll make it for dinner for us. And he's like, you know, okay, I'll go do that, even though he's a weatherman back at the city. So he's like, not in that, I've never done it. So he's out there and he's looking into it and like all of them are looking at him in the cage, you know, and he grabs one by the head and he's like, gonna be you, you know, it's like gonna be you. So like goes take him and he jumps out and he's chasing his chicken around. He finally gets him and he's got his head down, you know, and the chicken's just looking at him. He's holding the head. And that's why I said, like, this would probably be a hard part for me, too, you know, where you're holding the head and you just got to take that head off, you know.
Yeah.
And he cuts it and the blood splatters and the chicken go running around with his head cut off and eventually dies. And he brings it in and he's like, here, you know, make this. And he's eating it. You know, he's like, this is the best chicken I ever had, you know, which is like how you probably would feel, you know. And later in the movie, like way later in the movie, there's a guy in he's like asking the girl, he's like, hey, give me some chicken wings, you know. She's like, oh, got a chicken. He's like, what you mean? Just get the chicken, you know, kill it and bring it in here, you know, and as simple as that. And then Owen Wilson's like, it's so much more than that, man. You know, I'm telling you, like, you really got to watch this movie because, like, that's basically what it's about in so many words, you know. And it's like, that's what I picture it be like, you know, like, you think those nuggets just come 4 pieces all day long. Until you cut one chicken head off, bro. And all of a sudden, you're like, I really don't know if a chicken nugget's worth it if I got to do that every time.
Yeah.
I think that really is how most people would feel. But if you're hungry, I'm not knocking anybody who has a chicken. I'm saying I will also do that.
Yeah.
You know, but the way that we live is just like, oh, Chick-fil-A 6-piece nugget. Like, you don't even know what a chicken is. You know what I mean? You don't even literally legit.
How many chickens in that 6-piece nugget?
You know nothing about a chicken, dude. And you know nothing about a cow. Like, literally not one thing about it. Most people can't even tell you what those animals eat. They literally only know a cow milks and, you know, steak. That's what they know. And they know chicken nuggets, chicken tenders.
Yeah.
That's what they know. They don't know a chicken's life cycle, you know, how it goes about its day.
No, that's why eggs is about it. You know?
So I love that real. Also, like, I could tie so many things in because when I see them, they click into this one box that I'm checking for these different categories. And like,
in your boxes.
That same story I told you. I know. But that same story I told you about Owen Wilson, it clicks into the same thing of like when Roy Jones was on Joe Rogan podcast, and he's like, "Where did you learn to box at?" And he's like, "On the farm. I used to watch the chickens. That's how I learned to box, you know, from chicken fighting." He's like, you always watch which chicken's winning and why are they winning. Like, it's crazy hearing somebody like that was able to study, you know, how these animals conduct themselves And that's how Roy said he based his attitude. Obviously, it helps you nothing with actual boxing, but how he based his attitude in the mental state of it, where he was like, whatever chicken was, the head honcho, you knew it. That chicken walks around with its chest out, and it lets you know, if someone steps out of line, it checks it right there on the spot. These little things carried over to that, where like
chickens,
where people say where Roy was a lot like Mike Tyson, where they say he beat you before you even got in the ring, like you felt like you had no shot, and he says it all came from him watching chickens and growing up with chickens. His dad was a chicken fighter, watching chickens fight,
cockfighting and shit.
You never seen that?
I never seen that part of it. No, I didn't see him talk about that when he was talking about the chickens and shit. I might have put the TV back on.
Shit.
Yeah, I think I went back off. Yeah, no, I didn't see that particular part. But I mean, it's so weird. Like you hear people who have these life moments where like it kind of like changes their mind and attitude.
Yeah,
and it can be the weirdest fucking thing. It's like I was younger, got chased down by this bull. I just stood there and froze, and the bull didn't touch me because I guess I just was frozen in fear, but I didn't run.
Right.
So I stood up to it, and it was like from that moment on, I knew I had to tackle everything in my life head on. Like a bull, it's like that
really is how it
exactly. Just like anything. Even though I was frozen in fear, it was the fact that I didn't show it. You don't show your fear. From the cockfighting, man. Roy Jones, Joe Rogan. See.
Yeah, he's the only person to ever do that.
What?
Win a round of boxing without throwing a punch. It was versus that guy that got into that car accident.
Yeah, it's wild.
And dude threw like tons of punches, just missed, so he won on defense.
Yeah.
Like I told you before, like Roy had to do crazy shit even to make it competitive. Like he would play a full game of basketball on live TV before he fought a boxing match, just so people would think like maybe his legs will be dead. Like go knock that guy out. Listen.
There you go.
Roosters.
Yeah.
Look how he looks right there. That's exactly how he looked when he was 10. Looking at the chicken. Look at that left bicep, bro. Roy Jones' left hook, bro. Look how much bigger it is than his right. That's 1,000 hooks. First thing is carrying yourself. That's how he fights, too.
What the fuck?
Unorthodox. Roy Jones, unorthodox style.
Off from the cockfighting.
Off from the cockfighting. Crazy.
Just the brain just observes things, man.
Whatever it takes to learn it.
Just working.
I just can't get over his arm. It's crazy how much bigger that is.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, look at how his looks. It's like even. And Roy's like, you can just clearly, it's not the angle. Like, you can just clearly see.
That left bicep's huge.
That left bicep is just so, like, there's not even a bicep on this right one. He's fucking like 55, And then you see this one, it's like, yeah. Them fucking hooks, man.
Yeah.
As they say, Roy Jones never threw a jab. His jab was his left hook. Crazy. Unorthodox style, like he's saying.
I just love it. You're saying you're just like, you're going to go play a game of basketball and make it competitive.
Literally. It's crazy, bro. I had to do a little dumb shit like that. He used to always say you fight more than one guy at a time, and they wouldn't let him.
Deadliest hands on earth at one point.
For sure, man.
They had the certified as like deadly weapons.
I think it should have been, man. They would have definitely put him away. I think if he knocks somebody out. That's the only thing about BJ Penn is he's always the one getting knocked out. But if he actually beats someone up in a street, that's the thing. I wonder if now that BJ Penn's been knocked out twice on video, in street fights, I wonder if he kicks someone's ass, could they still be like, hey, you're a deadly weapon, basically. It's like, dude, I'm 1-2 in the last 3 years.
in these street fights, man. These street fights, come on, it's like I gotta survive out here. I can get knocked out again in street fights.
My jiu-jitsu.
I'm not getting paid for this.
I tapped him. They knocked me out.
That's all I did. That's all I fucking
didn't press
did.
Charges.
So it's like weird. Like if he doesn't watch the cockfighting, maybe he doesn't become Roy Jones.
Maybe. Yep. And what's crazy is his dad takes him all the way to boxer, and now they don't even talk. Just went their separate ways, man. It's like crazy how his dad like made him, but then couldn't take that next step with him.
It kind of makes you think when I was a kid, I used to always think about being an adult. I remember being like in third grade, I'm just like, watching Hey Arnold. I'm like, it's gonna be so weird when I'm in fourth grade. And Hey Arnold, he's in fourth grade too. It's gonna be so weird. Now I'm fucking big ass grown up. You know what I'm saying? It's
big ass failure. Yeah. Now we're big ass failures, so we don't know what to do.
So you said you could be an astronaut, or have you been the bus driver you said you wanted to be?
Yeah, that would have been the wackest thing ever if we tried to be astronauts and never went to space.
The only thing I really
still say you're an astronaut.
The only thing I really would have liked to do, and I think about it now, I probably won't even like it that much. But I mean, I just would like to fly those jet fighters. It's like that'd be cool. So cool. I mean, I would hate to bomb people, but I would love to fly a jet fighter.
That would be awesome. I always think about things can only go for like 15 minutes at full speed. It's like 5 minutes. Yeah, it's crazy how much they need to fuel. I always think about my fear, so I always think, man, I'd like to be on that fucking that submarine that they went down the trench in. How crazy would that be, dude?
You ever hear the story about the first people to do that?
No.
There was like a window that you could look out of, for one of the doors, and they had a couple layers on it. I think it was like 2 of the layers or some shit were cracking at the bottom, and you could hear the pressure of just it being crushed and shit, bro. It's just insane, man. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can hear it, but the story they tell.
No, I'm just looking for some. Just kind of that sound. That sounds so crazy.
Yeah, I think it took them a couple hours to descend. It was like a 6-hour descent or something, or 16 hours, something like that.
That's just wild.
Atmospheric pressure.
Huge balls when you're the first one too.
Yeah, and you're supposed to just trust the submarine to go where no man's been before.
Atmospheric pressure? I don't really understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pressure differential. But yeah, they were talking about
find something.
They're talking about the metal creaking, and everything. Because I think when you're that far down.
Wow, that's crazy. I want to see this.
How far is 100 feet underwater? That pressure, yeah.
That's crazy. 100 feet.
Look at that. Yeah, look at the pressure on it already.
How'd they get it back? Oh, I guess that rope.
Yeah, it's got a string. Yeah, looks like.
That's crazy. 100 feet. That doesn't seem that deep, but when you think about how wide something can be,
there's a lot of pressure under the water, bro. I mean,
yeah, because you get down 15 feet, your ears pop.
Yeah.
So thinking about that sounds stupid.
Whenever we go to my boss's crib and we do the pool swimming,
yeah, my ears
kind of hurt at the bottom of that. You know, the weight of the water is on top of you.
At this point, I feel like my ears are damaged out.
They were saying some shit at a certain depth, it's like a whale is standing on a quarter on your chest or something. All that pressure, it's just so much pressure. Okay, it just exploded. Looks like. Yeah, it's definitely the Monster energy drink exploding. My Monster, dude. It's
still drinkable.
I'm saying that oceans, man. Oceans are scary, bro. They're cool, but they're fucking scary.
That's just wild, man.
Look at one of those videos of those dudes going underneath those boats, man.
What, underboats, dude?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
There's videos of those.
Search what?
Just people swimming under boats or something, or oats. Oh, yeah, the ice
Heavyweight
under ice.
Swimming under ice. I'm about to say, did you see something like that?
Yeah, I mean, like where you see those people they're swimming.
Yeah,
you don't see nothing like that. Yeah, it's just a bunch of ice swimming.
Yeah, which is still pretty dangerous.
Oh, check out that pool, the deepest pool in the world.
Yeah, I've seen that one. That's just crazy.
That still makes me feel uneasy though.
I don't even understand how they built that into the ground, dude. Scary. Like, did they drill?
I wouldn't even like wanting to swim over it, bro.
I know.
I want to go snorkeling.
That's why I always say, like, mass affects me. I think that's why the ocean scares me, bro. I think it's like about the mass thing. It's about like me comparable to the mass I'm in.
Yeah.
Where like, so with that, like, even though you know how you go down by the blocks, like kind of like my mind would already be in the deep spot. I'm already thinking about like how much water is in that fucking little hole it goes down.
Yeah, exactly, man. The fact that you can go in there too, man.
Is it right there? That's crazy. Yeah. What the fuck? I see it. God, I'm already. I don't like it, bro.
I don't want to swim in it or over it.
Yeah, I want to swim over it. I'm scared someone will just suck me down.
Exactly.
You would think they'd at least light it for a brother. You know what I mean? Light it up.
I'm sure they might, but it's like, man. What is the point?
I wonder how much it costs to go there.
What is the point, though?
I mean, it's still pretty badass. Like, I would definitely do this if it was free.
For me, I'm swimming. I'm swimming over it, definitely. I'm
going down there as far as I can go before it hurts.
That's why I want to go to a big body of water and do like the fucking goggles and just look at like a deep part.
Yeah, like I want to prove this stuff to myself, man. Like, I don't want to be a coward about things, you know. If it's a real fear, like okay, I'm scared of a murderer, a rapist, like obviously, but like it's not. Like, even heights, bro, it's not a real fear. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, everybody's fear is real, but, like, my fear of deep water, like, it's not a real fear. It's something you can get over. You just
exactly. At the end of the day, this would be really cool. That'd be cool as shit.
I think we could work ourselves up, you know?
Oh, yeah.
We're going to the end there. I dab you up. We dive down 5, 10, 15 feet, come back up. I don't know how they hold their breath. That's the crazy part.
Look at this guy, though.
It's one thing to hold your breath and stand still.
That's the thing, bro. I would love to do that right there. And just, like, you just go over the edge and sink in. You just sink into that, bro. Oh, my God. Look at that. Oh, he's not there yet.
It's like 2 meters. Crazy. We're looking at the world's deepest pool. And debating if we would swim in it.
Jump off and just float down, bro. Look at that. I would just feel like I wouldn't be able to swim out, I
just feel like it's so hard to swim and hold your breath. Like,
that's not that bad. That's not that bad.
42 meters? What are you talking about? Are you talking about the bottom?
Yeah, we're looking at the bottom from right there. It didn't look that bad, yeah. If it was completely dark, it'd be scarier.
How fucking high you think it is? All right, now you can pull the rope. People are just swimming in there. Is it just like a community pool thing?
I feel like it's just like some type of like science base for some reason. I don't know, man. I'm not sure what you would need this for. That's what I was thinking about. What would you need this for?
No fins. That's weird.
Yeah, he's just pulling himself down with that rope, Your
ears got to be hurting, though, man.
Maybe you put some type of plugs in or something. That still has to hurt, right?
I know. I'd imagine it's still the pressure.
Pressure's going to push him in. 100% do this,
So that's 20 meters plus the 15 to get down there. So it's like really 35 meters, right?
40 meters. That's why it's called Y40. Y40 for 40 meters.
No, just that's 40 though, but it took him 15 to get down there, so a total of 55.
Oh, so right here, because of the pressure, you just start free falling. It start pushing you down. See, that's scary.
Oh my God, that's so scary. Slow down because of difficult pressure equalization. How is he holding his breath? He's got to have a device. You said I failed?
You couldn't go all the way.
That was still pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But I want to touch that bottom. Do you think that, like, the lungs get worn out too, though? Like, there's a point where you can't keep doing the same exact dive distance, right?
So I'm not sure,
I mean, just like you have, like
it's a muscle.
But like
you be
athlete's
fatigued.
asthma,
you could be fatigued from it.
Picture.
I mean, like if you work out your lungs and like do this consistently, I think you'll be okay. But could you do a bunch of repetitive dives in a row? Probably not.
That's what I'm saying. Fatigue, like, could you hit 45 2 or 3 times in a row?
Probably not.
That's got to be super hard.
Your lungs would be hurting. They'd be stressed.
These people are crazy, though, man.
Muscle, man.
I do love swimming, though, man. Like, underneath of that waterfall out there, like, that was just one of the best times ever, man. Then even when we went out to the other spot, just hitting that waterfall.
Jump into the water, bro.
So cool, man.
I love doing it.
That would be the coolest thing, man, if we get some land with a jump. Like a 40-foot cliff, man. Bro. You could sell that.
Yep.
I pay $5 a jump for 40 fucking feet.
You just got to worry about people killing themselves there.
Hey, you sign a waiver, brother.
Yeah, here you go. Get a lawyer.
Sign a waiver.
Lawyer up for that shit, buddy.
I don't need no lawyer.
I
got a waiver.
Nah, you need a lawyer, buddy. They start suing you out of nowhere.
My grandma.
Sue your fucking
Why'd
balls
you let my
off,
70-year-old grandma jump?
They're sue your fucking balls off, bro.
It's 48 feet. My grandma shattered everything on impact.
She's dead. Hey, this looks fun, bro. I would love to just play around with it. This is a good time.
I just don't really like the dark or the dirt. Like the dirt almost bothers me more than the dark, like algae and stuff like that.
This looks way scary over here.
Yeah, this is like a scary setup. This thing looks old, dude. No, this thing's old, dude.
They dressed this up, man.
No, this thing's old, bro. You can't refill this thing up, dude. You know what I mean? This thing's been filled up one time, bro.
You empty it out.
No, it was not. No, it was not. They put the best filtration they could ever put in there, bro. And they filled it up one time.
Look at that.
That is so dirty, bro.
Does this guy just go around swimming in deep pools? Like
the paint's off of there, dude. The paint is off of there, dude.
Look at that. It looks like decoration.
That's not even that deep. That's only 20 meters. I mean, it's deep. Don't get me wrong. What's that, like 50
plus feet? It's weird how
feet?
still the water is, though.
Why is it weird? Why would it be moving?
But it's just like because that's how water naturally moves, so it just bugs me.
But how can it move?
I know it here. It's just weird that it's still. How still the water is. In the ocean, water moves. It's not just like still like that,
Right.
It's just freaky.
Okay. But they are in a pool. That's how
I know. That's what I'm saying. A deep one at that,
Okay, what about like best wave pools, dude?
Well, wave pools are cool, man.
That'd be so cool if we got a wave pool.
That actually exists. Was it like a 10-footer? That's one of the things I always wanted to do was like surf for like a 50-foot wave.
Yeah.
What does that even feel like?
I want to learn how to surf, bro.
Yeah.
Like that would be the number. Like if you want to talk about like anything I want to learn as far as like athletic wise, it'd be to surf, man.
Surfing, bro.
It just seems so sick. I don't care if it's 20 feet, 10 feet wave. And it's also like the camaraderie, of going out there on your boards and sitting with the boys.
Cool, yeah.
Get a shark attack you.
You got a lazy river going, get some beers, float down river.
I'm definitely going to do that this year. Get a nice little floating thing, man. Yeah. Just go hit maybe gunpowder or something. Just like go down the river.
Yeah.
Come out there just like we did with the kayaks, basically.
But with actual kayak environments.
Get some music going, some natty lights, bang them back off your forehead.
I know we all wanted to go to the center, but you're not supposed to go to the center in those things.
Nobody said you couldn't.
No one said you couldn't, but you're not supposed to. The boat waves fuck you up, the traffic.
I had no idea. I don't know. I say, hey, you let tourists come in here? No, I own it. That's how it goes. I own it until I'm late, until I leave. I just want to know who the dickhead was that put the silicone in there. I just love how like all that water somebody could drink. You know what I mean? It's like somebody's dying of water, thirst right now, dehydration.
You just make wave pools.
Shoot a wave in this.
Oh, these things are cool, bro.
Whoa!
That'd be fun. Yeah, it just starts going up and down. I think it's cool.
Only a guy like that can think of something like that. He's an oil rigger guy that was like, you know what? We're gonna do an oil rigger, but we're gonna make waves.
That guy's cool as shit, man.
Mullet. Hydroponic system. Little ass waves though, dude. Come on now. Make it heavier or something.
Look. Oh, it's about to go. Look at that. Look, it's going off.
I don't think it was much, bro. I know that Kelly Slater. You know Kelly Slater though? Yeah, he makes indoor swimming pools. I mean surfing pools now.
That's badass.
Yeah. I don't know if this would be worth it. Probably just rather go surf my own waves.
That'd be fun.
Little 5-foot waves.
I mean, if you're learning,
in a fucking man-built pool.
But you want to go hit a fucking 8-foot tuber?
Yes. I want to hit a 10-foot tuber.
You can't even ride,
bro. I'm telling you, I'm no good. I know that I'm never gonna be good at sledding. I'm never gonna be good at snowboarding. I'm never gonna be good at wakeboarding or anything like that because I love to fall on those things, bro. I love it. Like I love myself. I would love to slam into a wave and just when I'm in the ocean, bro, I throw myself in a wave and I just go like this. And I just let it toss me around whenever I land.
Look at my Kelly Slate over here. Bro, those when we were falling on that mountain, bro, I was having a blast, man.
Cool, bro. Yeah.
Like, speed going fast as shit, you eat shit.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Every time I felt hard as shit, I was like, I felt alive. I was like, I didn't see that.
Remember, yeah, exactly.
Oh, my head hurts. I definitely rocked my shit that day, man. But you don't know if you had a concussion. It was scary because we all came home. We got tired. And I'm like, I don't know if I should be sleeping.
Yeah, you went to sleep. We all went to sleep. You know what I hated was when everyone came back and it was like, no, wake up.
Bro, bro, as soon as I got...
I wasn't even asleep.
Yo, as soon as I got up, I went to the K. I was like, I fuck with them and all, but like, that is some shit you do not do in the village. Like,
no village on that shit,
you see that on Survivor. Like, it's the same thing on Survivor, bro. There's always somebody who gets like they get mad at because they get up early and they make noise, you know? Like it's just one of them things you just don't do.
Let people sleep, man. That's one thing.
And it's like how they came in so abrupt like that, all loud like that, like get up, I'm here type of mentality.
I'm sure a lot of people like, just like it's hard to go to sleep, and so when I'm asleep and you wake me up, man, it's even worse. You know?
I don't like being woke up. Don't wake me up. I'd say it's like for me, it's easy to go to sleep. But it's hard for me to go back to sleep.
Real easy to go to sleep, bro. Yeah.
I have a hard time going back to sleep.
But don't wake me up all rude and shit like that, bro. Don't it's the worst thing.
Nah, it's like, hey guys, we're back. Anything,
hey.
Yeah, it's so funny you said that because I went right to K and was like, that shit can never happen again. Basically, I was like, I didn't even care about getting woke up. I was ready to go, but I was like, to me, that was a pride thing. I'm just like, you don't do me, my nephews, my friend, no one like that. We were tired. I know all you guys hit one hill and got off. So you're probably not that tired. But everybody in here hit a lot of hills, okay?
Yeah. I remember at one point, man, I was just so thirsty. I just needed to get some fucking water. I wish I would just hit the hill a couple more times, but I was like, I need water. I was just sitting there.
That snow.
I'm looking at that. That's what I was thinking about. But I was like, I know this is nasty, man.
The man-made machine.
But I was just putting it in my face because I was so hot at one point.
I remember you told me to do. I'm like, oh yeah, you're right.
Oh, I feel so good. It gets you up, man. I was fucked up that day too, man. I was beat up,
Exactly. That next day we were sore.
Yeah, I mean those boots felt cool as shit though, because you're
how you strap in like that.
Yeah, you couldn't fuck your ankles up either, man. It's just like
but that's like what that's what ended up making me take my hardest fall was the fact that I was strapped in like that, because like I said, I was spinning, and then once I dug in on that backside, I couldn't do nothing but go with the board. Like the board flipped me like that.
Exactly, man.
I mean? Normally, you would get a little space and kind of come. You would get some space as you fell, and you would slide and fall.
Yeah, my tail kept digging.
That board stuck in, bam! I just smacked all back and head, bro.
Yeah, see, I have one like that, but like
it was so funny because I knew you guys were coming around the corner. I'm just like, all these people are coming around the corner. So I'm literally like, my head's hurting. I'm like, literally like seeing stars, bro. My back's hurting. I'm laying on all tailbone and I'm crawling, trying to get out of people's way. I'm like, sorry. I'm sorry.
I could do the same thing, bro.
Is that you, Lynn?
I could do the same thing. My bad. My bad.
When me and you were on that one hill, we just kept falling, bro. We're just like, we crying back over to the middle. That's when I was like, it's hard to defeat my spirit, dude. That's when like my spirit was getting depleted because I'm like, I can't learn for some reason. Like I kept telling you, I'm like, it's not doing what I tell it to do. Like I think I know what I'm supposed to do to make a turn, but it just don't do it. I just keep going the same way over and over.
I felt great when we eventually got past that part. I went down the hill. I slid down the rest of that hill. I was good. I came down. I didn't hit nothing. It just felt good, riding out a little bit. But I wanted to get those big hills again, Yeah,
I wanted to.
But, we'll go back. Yeah, exactly.
And
we'll
also
go back
do the
out.
snow tubing, man.
Yeah. Exactly, bro. That should be fun.
They're going back out there. They're doing like a girls trip out there.
Yeah.
For the thing, I think they're gonna go snow to them. Maybe we should do a little guys trip, man.
Yeah, I'd be down, bro.
You know what I mean?
You know?
Get like a house like that again. They got a nice one, man. Like a real nice one. Sort of cost more, but I don't know. Maybe me, you, Tyler, Grant. You know, maybe maybe we got a Brian. Maybe get a Dave Reed. Gayer. Who knows, man?
Yeah, exactly.
Some guys out there.
Beer pong.
That'd be cool, wouldn't it, man?
I mean, I've also seen some shit where like you can also go like do like ATV tracks.
Yeah, hell yeah. Just a guys trip, man.
Do anything.
That's why I always picture I wish we could do like a guys trip for hiking. That's kind of what I want that to eventually be,
Yeah.
Hopefully we get up with some other people that enjoy that, We're
exactly.
like eventually just like people go hunting with their boys. We go hiking with the boys, 7, 8 people.
One of the last times
3-4 days.
Last time they had a lot of fun. I remember we were walking back up that big ass hill. Remember that when we were hiked down?
Into the water? Bro.
That was awesome.
That was so much fun, bro. I'm glad we did that.
Grabbing the trees.
But even how when we went down, like we had to scale down because it was so pitched, but then we got to the bottom of it. That was a cool little spot, man.
Yeah,
right there.
No one else was there, bro.
Throwing shit, checking it out. That was awesome,
exactly,
bro.
Man.
And then we're like, all right, we're going back up here. Yeah, you're right. Just grabbing shit, pulling up, feeling it too. Like, is this good? Look good here?
It's in your legs. You feel your legs burning up.
That was cool, man.
Got to the top.
I just love how like we're walking that route. We couldn't find the rest of the route, but we're like, there's the water and there's where we want to go. That's just end of discussion. End of discussion, brother. Yeah. That's where we want to go.
We can go and come back up.
We're going to find a way. You know what I mean? We're going to find a way.
And that was a blast, bro.
That was a blast. I was right about that. Oh, and we didn't do much that day.
Same thing with like we went to that little waterfall spot where we had to climb the rocks, climb down, go to the other side. Then we had to climb in the water to get into a shortcut.
Yep.
Good ass.
That was so cool, wasn't it?
Exactly, man.
And we went down that back way. That you went down.
That's the one I was upset about because I remember when last time we went to Deep Creek. Not everyone went back to Swallow Falls or whatever Swallow Falls. Mm-hmm. But when I was there, I remember like I kept going off trail and I'm like just climbing on shit. But like they're just like walking, trying to find the falls real quick. And I'm just like, bro, I like climbing
you didn't
shit, bro.
Come with us the first time we went, right? Yeah, I didn't think so.
I like climbing.
That's how we did it, bro.
I like climbing.
So what I did was like when we went there, I hit them all in succession. Like the waterfall last. I went to over top of the waterfall first, bro, and I walked all the way back there by myself. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know if you guys went to it. There's like 3. There's 1, 2, 3. The waterfall's over there. Yeah. I went all the way to the first one on top of the waterfall. And I walked all the way back, bro, and smoked the blunt. Like 2 miles, 3 miles back there, dude. I found that creek in bare feet.
That's the thing.
I grounded, dude. I was bare feet, bro. I felt like in it, you know.
They were following me, so like at one point I'm just like, okay, we're gonna get to the falls. I'm just taking them through. We're going off trail. We go by this road. We cross this creek. We find these Russian old ladies. They're foraging mushrooms and stuff. We're just like, what kind of mushrooms you find out here? You find trippy ones, just like they're everywhere, you know. But I mean, they're just foraging for food and stuff. I'm just like,
so
cool shit, man. And we're way off track. No one's even around us besides us and these foraging Russian ladies.
I wish we could do something like a 2-week stay, like how you do at Monks, but with Amish, and like just learn their way.
I feel like you could find something like that, you know.
I think so. You think the Amish will take you in for 2 weeks, let you learn, infiltrate their secrets?
I feel like they might, maybe give them a little bit of money. They're just like, okay, I mean, I don't know.
You can buy the Amish.
Money too.
Full.
They need money too, man.
They make plenty of money.
They need money too, bro. You know,
that fucking Dutch market does numbers. Okay, and then them sheds they sell, and them little fake fireplaces they sell.
I bet, man. I bet, bro. I mean, but I mean, like, I'm sure you can go out there and like build a farm with the Amish, stomp some jam out with the Amish.
I don't think it works like that. I think
they do some Rome springing. I mean, they come over to our side. We should be able
as they say, you're a Gentile.
You're
a Gentile, bro. That's just like I didn't know until I had gotten a little close to some Muslims that I always had said, like, how come when I work for these Jewish people they wouldn't even talk to me? Like I never talked to them. Remember I used to always tell you that. Apparently Jewish people can't talk to Gentiles, bro. They're not supposed to. Like an Orthodox Jew is not supposed to even associate with someone who's not Orthodox Jew. You're not supposed to talk to them. It's wild, ain't it, man?
Goes a little too deep.
Yeah, you know.
Go a little too deep right there, you know.
Yeah, you wonder why there's 14 million of you, you know. You're causing,
Jesus.
Dude, you're causing some problems. This is all I'm saying, right? If you're like off the jump, it's like you can't talk to me, dude.
You see something like you're like Jesus Christ, and they're just like who? Like it's this. What are you talking about? You know.
Yeah, I would love to just get like a room, like a podcast where it's like 6 people and we got like hardcore Islam hardcore Christian, hardcore Jew, hardcore Hindu, hardcore Confucians, everything, hardcore monkey. We just sit here. We don't even got to say nothing. I gotta just say go, right?
They have a couple of different ones. I mean, of course, like they're the one where it's like
evangelicals.
It's like a Jewish person, atheist, and a Christian smoke a joint. It's like
those ones suck though because it's like written questions.
Yeah,
or like, and they don't even get high. They all like hit it one time. I'm like, nah, bro. We're gonna sit down here. We're getting fucked up.
I remember there was this one.
Yeah, I spiked the jam.
There was this one. There was these Mormon guys. They smoked. They were just talking about stuff, and they drew a picture and like. This one dude literally drew someone blowing somebody, and he's just like, well, which one's you? He's like, this one. It's him. He pointed to the guy blowing the dude. And he's like, well, you can't be homosexual as a Mormon. This guy's closeted, wants to blow dudes, but like is home married and shit. I'm just like,
that was really a thing on video.
I mean, I don't know how real it is, but it's just like I'm trying to take it at face value. I'm trying to take it at face value. I'm just like, okay, well, this dude's closeted. Obviously, wants to suck some dick. Wants to suck some dick, and this is just like he's just like I can't because I'm Mormon, so I'm not must not be gay because I'm Mormon. But like I want to suck dick. That's gonna be a horrible deep fake for me in the future.
I just think about people like that. I'm just like, man, I want to run into you because I feel like you're like gonna be like. Easy person to get on my side of this village,
So the dude that wants to suck dick?
The guy that wants to suck dick? Yeah. I'm like, bro, you want to suck dick? That's perfectly fine here, bro. We got plenty of dick for you to suck. You come here, help us pitch this house,
Okay.
You can suck my dick, dude.
Okay.
No, you get what I'm saying? Like, he's like,
I don't know if I get what you're saying.
He's blacklisted in his religion for being himself. So what you're saying is, bro, come here. You can be yourself. You know what I mean? And we're gonna give you a place to live, and make sure you got food, and hopefully just. There's gonna be other gay people, bro. Listen, I'm sure a gay person coming to that village is gonna feel a lot more welcome if they already know there's an open gay person. So I think that's a good thing, and it's just like a nerd would want to come if he sees a nerd. It's the same exact thing. Like you're gonna feel more welcome like that. So anybody like that, I was really thinking like black people, man. Black people, we could get something going with. Like, I think you could really sell to a lot of black people. Like, just like really opening the idea up to them. They're super against America, like they're super against that system idea, I just think they need like an idea, a different kind of idea. Like, I feel like they already kind of got that fire behind them. Of these people done fucked me. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, bro, well, here's kind of, I'm not saying I'm right, but here's kind of a way I'm seeing it back at them.
Fuck them, exactly. Come here and say fuck them. Build your shit here. We're having fun,
bro. We get 10 acres on a mountain, bro. We're filling it with illegal immigrants. That motherfuckers will work, bro. They will work so hard.
You're sounding a little exploitative. I get what you're saying.
For a place to live.
But you're just
how am I exploiting them? You know what I mean? I'm not here.
I'm saying this the way you're saying it.
I'm looking for a hard-working person who needs a way out. That's all I'm saying. It's not for exploitation because at the end of the day, you come here, I'm going to give you a plot of land.
It's just the way you were saying your brass off, man. Just have
you have a farm, bro. I got more to learn from you than you do of me. I'm here.
Oh, shit.
If anything I'm exploiting you for is going to be your knowledge.
I'm
going to suck that from you more than I suck your work ethic. I already got a work ethic. I need your knowledge on how to make those damn pupusas, and also just all the little things they know. Like, how do you tend to a chicken? I bet a lot of them know. You know, you go into Mamatana, you see the old grandmas making them pupusas, man. Like it's in the knowledge. It's ingrained in like. Their culture, they're gonna pass.
Well, I see a lot with them. I'm just like, I mean, if a lot of these people, if they are living in villages, it's like, well, the reason they know about building shit a lot is because they have to build their own shit. They have to build their own stuff. It's just like it's one thing that's a rite of passage because it's the only thing you can do is build your own stuff so you can sustain it and keep it going and fix all that stuff. It's just like makes sense.
We keep solving more and more problems here, man.
Starving. I know you're starving.
Check us out Saturday, man. Gary's coming on. UFC podcast Saturday, baby. Thank everybody for checking us out. We love you very much. Stay safe. Stay positive. Test negative.
Y'all have a good night. We appreciate it.